What happened to me and Marjorie was we got together at a point in our life where we had both failed at this miserably. And it just...
About what's really going on.
No, they want you to be quiet.
They want you to be quiet. Wow.
To me and Margie was we got together at a point in our life where we had both fizzled at this pitiably. And it pretty much what's truly happening, no they need to hush up. They believe you should hush up wow in the sparkling universe of superstar outrages. Not many stories have grasped the public creative mind. Very like the most recent show encompassing Steve and Marjorie Harvey. At the core of this adventure lies a sensation allegation that has sent shockwaves through media outlets, the supposed payoff of Marjorie's sweetheart be blast by. In all honesty, the actual Harvey that a hyphen screw with blemish for quite a long time matter of truth. To give you something that has not been recounted, the story unfurls like a content from a Hollywood blockbuster. Steve Harvey, an easily recognized name famous for his humor and engaging insight, finds his own life under an extreme spotlight. Marjorie, his captivating and similarly powerful spouse, is at the focal point of a hurricane of tales indicating disloyalty and subtly asin. And amidst this storm stands enormous blast, the long-term guardian turned asserted darling whose unexpected vanishing has just fanned the fire of hypothesis. Who is Marjorie teeing with purportedly the body watch as we strip back the layers of this complicated account questions, proliferate what insights lie covered under the facade of VIP. To what extent would the Harvey try to safeguard their picture? William Freeman, referred to generally as Large Blast, has been something beyond a guardian to Steve Harvey. He has been a friend and counselor allegedly in any event, assuming an essential part in Steve's choice to seek after a relationship with Marjorie Freeman, who has additionally served as Steve's confidential cook and fiddled with radio and TV harbors. A past concealed with hazier tints, including the set of experiences as a pimp fate of his life, as he concedes on his site, included supplicating on ladies. A part of his past he professes to have abandoned. The complex existence of Huge Blast brings up whatever number issues as it answers, especially with regards to his supposed undertaking. With Marjorie, the bits of gossip about Marjorie Harvey's treachery have twirled around virtual entertainment, picking up speed from different sources, including a case from a site named Beige. These reports arrived at a breaking point with the distribution of a telephone discussion, including Large Blast, on the grounds that Marjorie Harvey and Steve Harvey are denying it, and Large Blast supposedly said he's still enamored with her. In this spilled discussion, Enormous Blast affirmed the undertaking, as well as made the surprising case that Steve Harvey knew about it. Steve realized I was having with Blemish Oak. Steve, you saying Steve Harvey knew? Yes, he realized he needed to be. He even went above and beyond, charging that he is the natural dad of Lori Harvey, a disclosure that, if genuine, could add a seismic shift to the generally wild account. Well, I'm Lore Harvey, father. You are Lori Harvey's dad. Good gracious. Anyway, the story took a considerably seriously stupefying turn as irregularities arose. The guaranteed nitty-gritty meeting with Huge Blast, which could reveal insight into these shadowy cases, never emerged. Huge Blast became inaccessible, declining further discussions, and consequently adding layers of inconsistencies and clashes to the story. This withdrawal has prompted widespread public hypothesis, with hypotheses and feelings flooding web-based entertainment and gathering speculations range from the conceivable to the freakish, with some proposing terrorizing or payoff by the Harveys, as could be expected under the circumstances. Purposes behind Huge Blast's unexpected quiet. These theories have been additionally energized by the shortfall of any decisive assertion or affirmation from Steve Harvey in regards to these particular claimations, in spite of his and Marjorie's solid disavowals of any unfaithfulness. Steve Harvey, in a snapshot of openness at Contribute Fest 2023, tended to the crowd with a cavalier tone towards these whirling bits of hearsay, expressing, "Before I begin, just let me say, I'm fine, you fine." Correspondingly, Marjorie Harvey took to online entertainment imparting an article about managing to misleading charges, and composing my significant other. And I don't typically stop to address the silliness and falsehoods that have been all spread about us at this point, the shortfall of a definite reaction or counter-narrative from the Harveys leaves of vacuum filled by open guess, and disquiet the story the way things are stays a puzzling blend of affirmed realities, unanswered inquiries, and enticing bits of hearsay. The perplexing, quiet following, enormous blast dangerous claims against Steve and Marjorie Harvey has prompted uncontrolled conjecturing about potential explanations behind his unexpected withdrawal from the public eye. Among the most convincing of these speculations is the chance of payoff, a strategy that the Harvey strength have utilized to safeguard their cautiously organized public picture. Kill everyone in here about your kindly comprehend that about the manner in which I love you, Marjorie Elaine Steve Harvey. Past his job as an entertainer and TV character, has situated himself as a relationship, master his image BR and business, vigorously depend on the view of a steady, upright, everyday life. The inconsistency between this public persona and the twirling bits of gossip about conjugal betrayal could have devastating ramifications for his standing and likewise his undertakings in the realm of VIP, where picture is all that a lot is on the line. The Harvey family's public picture, one of solidarity and moral uprightness, remains as an unmistakable difference to the tempestuous propensities of scand. An allegation this error isn't lost on the public, nor on different VIPs who have scrutinized Harvey for what they see as deception. For example, comic and entertainer Kevin Hart, known for his sincerity, once commented in a meeting, "It's not difficult to depict flawlessness. The genuine test is speaking the truth about the defects." This assertion, while not straightforwardly focused on the Harvey, resounds with the circumstance they get themselves. In it features the more extensive industry issue, where well-known individuals frequently project a romanticized rendition of their lives, which can be in conflict with their actual individual encounters. I figure individuals ought to be what their identity is, and God makes everyone a little unique. The core of the analysis depends on the supposed deception of Steve and Marjorie Harvey. Steve, especially with his various self-improvement guides and relationship counsel sections on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, positions himself as a sage in issues of adoration and family. Yet these new charges recommend a distinct inconsistency between the exhortation he apportions and his very own life as entertainer and moderator. Whoopi Goldberg once distinctly noticed everybody's human, and frequently the people who teach the most intense have the most to conceal the huge blast embarrassment. Consequently, isn't simply a solitary occasion, yet rather an expected window into an example of conduct that goes against the public story. The Harvey have painstakingly developed this occurrence alongside other unsubstantiated bits of gossip about disloyalty and outrage, proposes a gap between the ideal family picture depicted in the media and the truth of their lives in the background. It brings up the issue of whether the family situated brand they sell through shows and books is to a greater extent an essential veneer, as opposed to a bona fide way of life, a buddy. I don't care a lot what you say. Pundits contend that the Harvey family brand is painstakingly designed, an item intended for public utilization, in the expressions of media expert and pundit Jenna Jameson. In the realm of VIP reality, is frequently bizarre, to say the least. In the exterior of an ideal family can be a rewarding plan of action. This viewpoint proposes that the Harvey resembles numerous in their echelon of popularity, are capable at utilizing their family picture as an attractive product while perhaps driving lives that obviously appear differently in relation to the qualities they plug. The enormous blast outrage rising up out of this setting of guile turns into a basic standard. In understanding the Harvey's actual account, it epitomizes the strain between open discernment and confidential reality, a division that is quite normal in the realm of big name, where the line between private truth and public picture is frequently obscured. Assuming payoff was for sure the pick strategy. The inquiry emerges: how much would it take to quiet somebody like Enormous Blast? Considering Steve Harvey's significant total assets, assessed at around $400 million, it's possible that the sum could be critical, yet the specific figure remains covered in secret, as does the real essence of the arrangement. Assuming that it exists at all, one more layer to this perplexing story is the chance of coercion. Might it at some point be that Enormous Blast, mindful of the potential harm his disclosures could cause, utilize this data as influence against the Harv? Cause Large Blast, don't deny it yet, for Huge Blast and his kin to contact me on Instagram and say we love what you're doing. This hypothesis acquires confidence while considering the unexpected pinnacle and ensuing box in media inclusion of the undertaking. The underlying hazardous disclosures were trailed by a sudden and strange quiet from Huge Blast, recommending an in the background goal that might have been monetarily roused. Inspecting the timetable of occasions further convolutes the image. The fervors encompassing Huge Blast cases arrived at its peak rapidly, just to scatter nearly as fast.